Hey gang, this is Mike with My Real Estate Dojo. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you that you could be a real estate investor even if you don't have any money, even if you don't have credit, even if you don't know what to do in America, as long as you have these 5 things. Give me 1 second and I'll give you the information. Just a few seconds. Alright gang, this is Mike with My Real Estate Dojo. And if you want to be a real estate investor in America, you only need these 5 items to have success, okay? Forget what your banker told you, forget what your cousin told you, what your mama told you, what the REI club told you, what any of these people told you, okay? Forget all that. You only need these 5 items to be a real estate investor. And no, you don't need any money. No, you don't have to be a realtor or have a license. No, you don't have to have good credit, or you don't have to have credit card or family or hard money or any of that stuff, okay? You don't need any of that stuff. This is the only 5 things you need to get started, okay? The very first thing you need is a computer. Yep, you heard me right. You gotta have a computer, dude. Something like this, okay? It doesn't have to be as nice as this, but you gotta have a computer. If you don't have a computer, then you're not gonna make money, okay? Now, the way I like to make money in America is to use free money. I don't like to borrow money. I don't like to risk my own capital, okay? I don't like to do all that. I like to use what I call the alchemy formula, why I turn nothing into something, and I'll explain to you in these 5 items that what I'm talking about, okay? So the very first thing you need to be a real estate investor, you don't need any credit, you don't need a bank, you don't need any of that stuff. The very first thing you need is a laptop, dude, okay? Now, I like a laptop better than a PC, but it's up to you. But if you only have a PC, then fuck it. If you don't have a laptop, guess what? There's a lot of libraries out there. You can go to a library and use it for free, so don't even sweat it, okay? The very second thing you need to be a real estate investor in America, again, it's not a license, a realtor license, it's not money, it's not credit, it's not knowing how to give estimates, it's not knowing about repairs, it's not knowing about how to fill out a contract, how to get funding, it's not about any of that stuff, okay? The very second thing you need to be a real estate investor in America is you need internet connection, guys. Again, internet connection. Why do you need internet connection? Because all your free advertisement is going to be done on the internet, okay? What do I mean? Like Craigslist, like cold calling, like text messaging, like collecting data, so forth. So you need to have internet, okay? The other thing you need internet for is to be able to like pull data, to gather information, to learn, to run comms. So if you don't have an internet, then you can't be a real estate investor. So far, you need the 2 things, which is a computer, right? Something like this, and then you need internet access, okay? Now let's go to the next thing. What is the very next thing that you need? What do you guys think it is? Okay, put it down there if you don't know. But let me tell you what it is, okay? Is education. Now, if you want to make no money into a lot of money, you got to spend a lot of right here. And I'm not saying to go read, The Mockingbird, what they taught you in high school and what they taught me. I'm talking about you have to educate yourself. So if you want to, for example, to be a Facebook master, to generate leads organically for free, then you got to roll up your sleeves and spend 6-7 months and study that shit. If you want to be a SEO, what is that? SEO, search engine optimization, okay? If you want to be a search engine optimizer, then you got to spend 6-7 months, maybe a year, to learning about Google algorithm, learning about web spiders, etc., guys. So the third thing you need is education. Good thing is today we live in a digital education university where everything is free. If you go to my YouTube channel, if you go to my blog, I have tons of stuff for free. You can go to iTunes, there's tons of stuff for free. You can go to YouTube, tons of stuff for free. You can go to Google, tons of stuff for free. You can go to Facebook, tons of stuff for free. The only problem is many of us are just too lazy to take action. We're just looking for a shortcut, a magic pill. We want some random remedy that's gonna, take us from 0 to being a hero, and that's never gonna happen, okay? If you wanna be a real estate investor, you can do it. It's just like working out, it's just like bodybuilding. Anybody goes to the gym, and if they start just walking 5 days a week for 30 minutes, they're gonna see significant results in their body. You don't have to have a personal trainer, you don't have to watch what you eat, you don't have to do any of that. If you just take action. The same thing happens with being an entrepreneur. If you just are willing to start where you stand, and just take action, you're gonna have success. So, and once you start where you stand, you just leap out. You don't know what the fuck to do. It's normal. I've done that many times. You know, I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna be a public speaker. I got F in speaking. I can't write, I can't speak. I said I was going to be an author. I wrote multiple books. I sold out. Okay, I'm not any better than you. My shit smells exactly as you do. Okay, but one of the major differences between me and you maybe is that I know that in America the grass is so green here, right? Because I'm a refugee here and I see it and I know the ability. 2, I realized that I don't need any money, I don't need any credit, I don't need any of that stuff that everybody and their mama tells me. And 3, I take massive action, okay? And then 4, I put a lot of fucking books into my mind. Now, if you guys don't believe me, you think I'm just bullshitting, just go to my Instagram, okay? And look through it. I read at least 60 books a year, guys, year after year after year. I can't read. I read at like a high school level. I can't spell. But those are just my lacks. Those are my situation. That doesn't have to define me. Your situation doesn't have to define you. If you don't have any money in your pocket, that doesn't have to define you. If you're overweight, that doesn't have to define you, dude. If you're in debt, that doesn't have to define you. Because you only need these 5 things to have success in America as a real estate investor. And no, you don't need no money. No, you don't need a license to be a realtor. No, you don't need a banker. You don't need all this crap, right? So the first thing is a laptop. Second thing is internet. Third thing is a lot of education in your mind, guys, okay? The very next thing, right, is you need a virtual assistant, okay? Yep, you heard me right. You need a virtual assistant. Why? Why do I say that? Because it costs so little. For the price of a Starbucks coffee, okay, like $4, okay, you're able to clone yourself, okay? Have another person, like a sidekick, right, that's working almost for free for you to do whatever you want them to do, dude. If you want them to, what I always recommend all my students, or anybody that just watches me that wants to get to see if VAs are worth it, is for them to spend time and energy lead generating for the VA, because you're paying them $4 a day. You couldn't even get that with a Google side ad. You couldn't get that with Facebook to generate any business. But if you have a human being just posting on Craigslist, just posting on Backpage, emailing people on Craigslist, emailing people on Backpage, posting on Facebook, posting in the Facebook group will generate you business no matter what business you're in, okay? And one of the 5 things that you need is a VA, because for $100 fucking for $150, depends what you want, a back-end VA, somebody that just sits behind and doesn't speak English, that you don't have to, they don't take incoming calls, they don't do cold calling. You want somebody like that, or do you want somebody that actually does the cold calling and does take the calls? But it doesn't matter, dude. I recommend go with the cheapest route. Get a back-end VA, have them gather data for you, have them text message that data, have them sell market that data, have them email the data, okay? Have them on your live chat, because believe it or not, guys, okay, I swear on my life, on my new baby's life, I make majority of my sales, okay, when I'm sleeping, dude. I am sleeping. Same thing I have with my moving company, okay? I don't know why. People shop 3 in the morning, people shop 5 in the morning, or people shop really late at night, okay? So usually I'm sleeping and I'm making $300 or $45 or $100 or $1,500, whatever it is, okay? All online when I'm not there. So if you're in a business where you have to take incoming calls, it's very crucial that you have somebody there at your business whenever you're sleeping, because there's people shopping there. I'm a very lucky guy because my website is an autopilot. When somebody pays at $325, my website instantly delivers my digital product. But majority of us are not in that situation. When I started my first moving company, I'd have to have 2 guys, a truck, gas, insurance, dollies, all that stuff to go do and move. Today, I've used more creativity, more imagination, where I sell a PDF that came out of my fucking mind for $300 or $1,500 or whatever it is, and it's all in autopilot, okay? So, I'm not any smarter than you, okay? So, I just explained to you the 5 things you need. I've told you 4 of it. The first one is a computer. 2 is internet, guys. 3 is you gotta put the education in your mind. Many of us are just fucking watching TV, watching radio, gossiping, you know, watching what Jose does, watching what Bob does. Oh, they went on vacation. You know, we don't think about how much debt they got into to go on that vacation, or just because they have a fucking new car, how much they got into debt, or they got this big house. We don't think about that. We just see the flashy things and we're like, oh man, they have the good life. But man, if that was the case, Why did Michael Jackson have to file bankruptcy? Why did Payless have to go out of bankruptcy? Why did Blockbuster go? See, all these companies went bankruptcy, and all these celebrities and all these athletes, because they had cancer consumption, and whatever money they made, they consumed it and consumed it and got into debt and got into debt. And that's something I don't teach at Dojo. And out of the 5 things that I mentioned, not one is money. Not one is credit. Not one is borrowing a fucking stinky banker. Can I borrow some money? None of that stuff, dude. So let's get to the 5th idea. This is the most important idea, guys. 5th idea. So let's go, make sure I got you the 4. You got a computer if you want to be a real estate investor. This is all you need, dude. You need a computer, you need a laptop, okay? I mean, you need a computer or a laptop, you need internet, you need education, dude. Without education, you can't get nowhere, right? You need a virtual assistant because it's costing you $4 a day to have somebody working for you 8 hours a day. At the very least, have them do lead generation, guys. For God's sake, have them do lead gen, and then see your business grow, and then come to Uncle Mike and say, damn man, you were damn right, dude. Okay, now let's talk about the 5th thing. This is the most important thing. The 5th thing is where the money's at. The 5th thing is what I call the alchemy, okay? The 5th thing is when you go to seminars, when you go to REI clubs, I'm even guilty of it too, because I show you guys every day, all day, processes, like, hey, like how to make a peanut butter jelly, but I show you guys how to do real estate deals, or I show you guys how to start a business with no money, right? So every day I'm showing you processes, but I'm really robbing you guys. I'm doing it wrong, okay? But if you're my student, you wouldn't do it this way. What you really need to know is the mindset, okay? The mindset, which is the point number 5, is what makes the whole thing. So many people go to different classes and they don't have success, and somebody else goes to the same exact class and they have a lot of success. But what is the difference? It's not the systems, because somebody else made money out of that system. Is the mindset, guys. So let me break down the 5th step, which is the most important part, the mindset. The mindset breaks down into a couple of different departments, guys. The first thing is, the mindset is, you have to have imagination, guys, okay? Without imagination, you're gonna have to borrow money. Without imagination, you gotta go to your local banker. Without imagination, you gotta beg your friends and family, okay? So you gotta have imagination, okay? What does that mean? Imagination is almost the next point is creativity. You gotta use these things together. Creativity is, for example, in marketing, when you just get somebody's attention like this, right? So these are creativity. These are things that don't cost any money. Something that disturbs the pattern, okay? That doesn't cost any money. There's many companies that made a lot of money coming with creative marketing, creative ideas that don't cost any fucking money, right? So the mindset breaks down to many different departments. One is imagination. Next is creativity, guys. The next thing that you need is hard work, all right? There's no slicing and dicing, dude. If you want to be a piano player, you need hard work. You want to be a fast typist, you need hard work. You want to lose 50 pounds, you need hard work. You want to put on 20 pounds, you need hard work. You want to be a real estate investor, you need hard work. You want to be a good salesperson, you need hard work. So if you're looking for a shortcut, and many of us are in American society, we're looking for a shortcut, we're looking for the fastest process, we're looking for the most efficient way of doing stuff, and the truth is there is none, dude. The only thing that's fast is debt. The only thing that's fast is debt. That's it, dude. They'll give you money for free, dude. You just have to breathe and sign something and then owe the rest of your life. But if you want something that, you know, is worthwhile, like, you know, being a real estate investor, providing for your family, you know, having freedom, then you got to put fucking time into it, okay? Now, it doesn't mean you have to put the time into it forever, right? Maybe for the first few years you got to work 7 days a week, but then you can learn how to create system through virtual assistants and exit, or you come up and do what I did. Like my first business, it was so heavily intense. I own a moving company. I had 7 trucks. Each truck would have a minimum of 2 people in it, so that was 14. Then I have another set of people inside of the office. I had to take the incoming calls, have to do bookings, have to do claim. I had to have a manager. Then I have to have another 22 to 30 people, virtual assistants. So it's a big process business. It took a lot of energy, right? Where this new business that I'm in, which I sell digital products, right? I'm sleeping, we wake up, and I made $600. I'm sleeping, I wake up, I made $900 or whatever the story is, and I never had to talk to a customer. Never. I didn't. The people that call me, that want me to sell them or push them, I just say, man, this is not for you, adios amigos, and that's it. Because it's not worth for me to sell them, because if I have to sell you, or anybody that wants to sell you something, then they have to pull the wool over your eyes, they have to modify you, they have to manipulate you, and I don't want to do that, because you're not going to have success. And I'm not going to have success. For me to have the success and not have to spend money and use the 5 secrets that I just showed you, I have to go above and beyond the Call of Duty. So if you think that I'm going to give you this, I have to give you this, dude. And the reason I got to do that is because I want to get where I'm going to go to, first of all, and then I want to help you get where you're going to go. And I realize that I can't get where I want to go to unless I help you get where you want to go to. And so if you expect this, I want to give you this, and I want you to be like, damn, this guy give me a lot more. I want to over-deliver than your expectations, because that's how I'm going to grow my business exponentially. That's how it's going to make me feel good, right? And if you can see selfishness, right? My selfishness is to make me feel good, which is going to help me make you feel good and have you success. The more success I create for you, the better positive feedback loop that I get that I'm on the right path, and the more happier I become, which allows me to make more money, which allows me to vibrate more positivity and change more lives, which allows me to make more money. So it's just the cancer of positivity, which is better than cancer of consumption, dude, okay? So there's only 5 things you need to be a real estate investor, right? And none of them requires money, none of them requires a license, none of them requires infrastructure, none of that stuff, right? So you need a laptop, you need an internet, you need a lot of education, you need a virtual assistant, guys. I can't express it to you. When I started living out of my car out of college with $100 to start my moving company, I used virtual assistants because I knew that if I want to compete with the bigger guys, like the guys that have been in the moving industry, like the van lines for 100 years, I have to have a professional website that beats theirs. I have to have a software that allows me a competitive edge against any other moving company, right? And so I instantly started 1999, 2000, 2001, 2003 outsourcing, because I realized that for just a couple of dollars I could have somebody so much smarter than me give me information, do stuff for me where they can't. I couldn't hire somebody locally here, guys, okay? So that's why you need a virtual assistant. So the very 5 things you need to have success is a computer, internet, education, and virtual assistant, and the mindset. And the mindset breaks down to imagination, creativity, guys, hard fucking work, dude, and then discipline. Dude, you gotta have that discipline, okay? And where's the discipline come from? Is your why. Why do you want to be a real estate investor? Why do you want to do this business? Why do you want to write this book? Or why do you want to lose 50 pounds? Or whatever it is your why. If your why is weak because, oh yeah, I want to make money, then maybe you're not gonna be happy, dude. How do I know? I started my moving company with $100. I made multi-million dollars. I bought rental properties. I started 3 businesses debt-free. I had people that are my grandma's age that worked for me as realtors where I was the corporate owner. I had brokers working for me. And I realized that I was making money. I had my dream job. I had my dream car, $100,000 Mercedes-Benz. I had my dream bike, $20,000 BMW. I had multiple bikes. I had everything, but I still wasn't happy because I was doing something that didn't bring me happiness, bring me money. I decided to let go of all that, give my stuff to the homeless people, close my business down. They were debt-free. I didn't owe anybody anything. I could have sold it, but I didn't even want to deal with it anymore. I wanted to show you guys that you can make money in America no matter what. You can start from very zero like I did. I was sleeping in my car. I was sleeping with the homeless people. I was sleeping at the camps for 6 months. You don't believe me? Go to my YouTube channel. Go to Instagram. You can see my fucking beard. I wouldn't take a shower every 3 days or every 2 days, guys. I wear the same exact clothes. I went from having a big wardrobe of clothes, maybe over 100 shoes, to just having 3 shirts, 3 pants, dude. For winter, 3 shirts, 3 pants. For summer, 3 shirts, 3 pants for fucking the gym. And I became a minimalist, dude. And I can tell you right now, dude, I feel a lot happier. I am still making money. In 9 days, we made $5,000 writing a book that I can't even fucking write. I can't spell. I flunk English, dude. I flunked speech. But what I'm trying to tell you, you got to start where you stand. You don't need any fucking money. You don't need any support. You don't need anybody believing in you. You don't need anybody patting you on your back. And if you're waiting for any of that stuff, right? If you're waiting for somebody to sell you on a dream, in which everybody and their mama is willing to sell you on a dream and sell you on a shortcut, I don't have any of that stuff, dude. I know hard work. You know, and sometimes we're so full in life, like we have such a good life, dude, we don't even realize it. We have the best life and we don't realize it. We're like, oh man, I don't like my car, I got 2 cars, I don't like my car, I don't like my house, I don't like my clothes, I don't like the way I look, this and this, right? But if you just downshift, dude, if you just downshift, so if you got 2 cars, maybe you walk, maybe ride the bus, dude, right? You know, if you're not happy the way you look, just go to a hospital with guys that don't have legs, or the veterans that came here, they don't have their fucking arms, right? Just do that, and then you start appreciating what the fuck you got already, man, because you already got everything. You live in America, you probably have a fucking high school education, you probably have a fucking college education, you probably already speak English, dude. You know left from right, you know your area, you know your environment, you have all these benefits, dude. So you don't need any stinky money, you don't need no credit, you don't need any of the stuff that people tell you, dude. But what you do need is imagination, what you do need is creativity, what you do need is hard fucking work, dude. And you gotta have discipline, and your discipline comes from your why. If you got a shitty why, like I want to make fucking money, then you may hit that goal, right? Like I did. I wanted everybody to ask me, right, out of high school, what you gonna be? I'm gonna have multiple businesses, I'm gonna have $1 million in my account. Everybody, my uncle, my cousin, everybody, they knew it, dude. And guess what? When I hit that goal, when I hit that mountain, guess what happened, dude? I wasn't fucking happy. I didn't have to check out my banking account, but I wasn't happy, right? I was making money. I was an absentee business owner for 7 years. I never had to go to my office. I was still making money, right? But I wasn't happy, dude. What makes me happy? When I help Bob out and Bob sends me a picture and says, man, Mike, I paid 2 fucking attorneys, but your idea was the one that got me a fucking deal. Guess what? That makes me pretty fucking happy. That's a positive loop that, hey, I'm doing my life's purpose, dude, right? When I help out another gentleman and they hit me up and say, look, here's a $10,000 check because I learned the superhero closing. Or some other guy hits me up that just got out of jail, is a convict, and says, hey man, I did this and I did this, right? See, those are positive things that motivate me to get what I want to go in life. And that's what life is about, dude, is about helping you to try to get what you're trying to go to. Sure, I need money, I need to pay my bills just like anybody else, guys, right? But guess what? I'll never sell you. If you submit something on my site, nobody's gonna call you and push you and twist your arm and hard sell you and hard close you. I don't believe in that. If I wanted to do that, I'd keep my fucking moving company, dude. At that business, I dealt with everybody. Shitty customers, good customers, everything. In this business, I don't have to do that, man, okay? And that's what I'm trying to tell you is when you chase your dreams, you're able to make money, be a lot happier, have a lot more freedom, and you don't have to get into debt, man. You don't have to borrow money. And sure, it looks really cool to have all the bling bling stuff like some of these people, right? I'm not dissing on it. If that's what you want, you can get that. But please don't have cancer of consumption, because once you do, then no matter how much money you make, you be like Michael Jackson, you can be like X, Y, Z, famous celebrities or athletes or whatever, you're never gonna be happy. You're just gonna get more and more and more and more, always in debt, always running. And it's a rat race, dude. So you can be making $100 million a month and still be in a rat race. You can be making $100,000 a month and still be in a rat race. You can be making 10 grand a month and still in a rat race. You can be making $2,000 a month and still in a rat race, right? Or vice versa. You can make $2,000 a month and you're not in a rat race. 10,000, you're not in a rat race. All depends on your consumption, okay? So if you make more money, and as soon as you make a check and you run out there and want to buy some shit, right? Then you have cancer consumption. It's normal, because most of us hate our jobs. Most of us don't like the way we look. Most of us are looking at the TV telling us how ugly we are, and how we're short, and how we're fucking fat, and how we're not tall, and how we're not this, how this. That's all they're pumping us. And then guess what? We have a solution. The loose solution is, if you buy now, it'll make you much better. If you get this deodorant, girls are gonna love you. If you put this cologne on, you're gonna feel like $1 million. If you drive this car, you're gonna have this thing, okay? So they're constantly pushing us with all this negativity, right? And then they tell you need to borrow money. They tell you you need education, and right out of college, you're in debt 30 grand, 40 grand, and then you gotta get a job at a fucking cubicle you fucking hate, a job you fucking hate. You gotta sit in some stupid ass traffic you fucking hate. And what do you get for that, dude? Nothing, right? So don't quit your job. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, hey, have your fucking stupid job, or the job you love. Some of us love our job, which is nothing wrong with that, right? All right. So have your fucking job and figure out how you can start your own business, dude. Whatever it is. If it's tattooing people, if it's taking care of dogs, if it's walking dogs, if it's mobile car wash business, if it's a computer business, a software business, an app business, whatever it is, start doing it now, dude. Your greatness depends on it, dude, okay? You could change your family's fucking life. You live in America, dude. People want to be here. Immigrants, refugees are praying to be here. You're already fucking here, dude. And more than likely, you speak English. And more than likely, you know people. And all you got to do is start where you stand. Fuck your lacks, dude. Fuck your sad stories. What we do at the dojo is we take our lacks and turn them to advantages, guys. Lastly, let me clean Jim. The VA book, guys, we have only 6 left, dude. I sold 50 in 9 days, and then the 25 I've sold out. I only got 6 more, okay? Don't miss the opportunity. It's $325. If you take action, it's 7 hours of secrets that I start with $19.99 till now, okay? I'm a super expert in VAs. That is something I've been doing since 1999, and I'm letting you download it. I show you where to hire people, how to fire them, set up options, phone scripts, everything you need to get going. And the only first thing you should do is hire one VA and have them do lead generation for you. If they produce 1 lead a day, your business will grow. If they produce 2 leads a day, your business will grow. And how much is that going to cost you? Less than $4, about $4 a day, guys. That's not bad, because you can't go that anywhere, all right? If you have any questions about a VA, guys, leave it below, and I'll be happy to answer for you. Go hustle and bustle, and don't take no for answer. And remember, you have greatness in you. See you again.